Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. It's been a long ass weekend, but a great weekend. Friday was Halloween. I don't know if I'm gonna include any footage from it. Maybe I will. Maybe that's this video. I was gonna originally do like a full Halloween video, but not gonna do that. Well, maybe. You'll see. It was so much fun. We hosted the pregame, and so we had everybody over to our house. And yeah, we all just got ready and pregame together. And then we wound up going over to House of Yes's party, which was not at House of Yes. It was at, it was like literally over by like IKEA in Red Hook. So it was a long trek. It was so cool though. There were like 7 rooms. It was this big warehouse. Felt like we were in another country. Felt so hot walking in. And yeah, it was so cool. There were like 7 rooms. There was a room where you could sit, a room where they were doing like DJ sets. It was so cool. Definitely the funnest Halloween party I've ever been to. Sunday we rotted for the most part. We made like a really good, well, Tyler made a really good potato soup. So good, so cozy. We watched a Christmas movie. What's it called? I don't remember what it was called, but it's a Christmas movie with Sarah Jessica Parker. And yeah, it's like, that's Carrie Bradshaw. Like, that's all she can really be. And I love her, but that's Carrie Bradshaw. Went to sleep really early last night and got an extra hour of sleep because it's daylight, whatever. We gained an hour. So that was nice. I got up and I went to the coffee shop. I posted a video, so go watch that one if you haven't. I posted on Instagram. Go follow me on Instagram if you haven't. Yeah, I'm about to go grab a couple Celsiuses before we take our really long run because we have 10 miles to run today. I'm also gonna grab some overnight oats because I feel like I want to start doing that. I thought that those were bad for you to eat in the morning, but now I feel like they're maybe good. So that's kind of what we're working with. It ended up running 10 miles, so that was a lot. And I started to feel so nauseous after, so I have to start figuring something out because I need to eat before, but like it makes me feel nauseous. Do you have any tips for running long distances and still, you know, I don't know, like being nourished but not physically sick? Let me know. That would be very helpful. Then I had some cucumbers to try and help, but I've been having this thing where whenever I eat like cucumbers, it's the same thing that used to happen when I would eat apples. Like my throat just gets really like irritated. It's not like, it must be just like a slight allergic reaction to like the skin or something. I don't know. So if you know anything about that, let me know, but I'm not gonna stop eating cucumbers. I love them. The rest of the night I'm just chilling. I'm reading Aristotle and Dante. And this book is so juvenile, and I know that that's like the intended audience, but I went from reading Giovanni's Room, where the twinks are locked in a room getting drunk off their asses for the entire book. So this is just a little different, but I feel like it's quintessential queer reading, and I am not one to shy away from quintessentiality. Sullivan. Hi. Hi. It is also literally 5 o'clock and it's dark as shit outside. Like it's basically midnight. We should just like throw everything and waste our life away. But you just gotta accept it. You gotta accept the pain, smoke a cigarette and move on. And I think that's something that I'm just gonna have to be doing this winter, is accepting it and, you know, leaning on community, leaning on family values, if anybody watches the Ride Pod. Also, I want to say I've been watching the Ride podcast or listening to it for like longer than everybody. I have been, and you know, like, I'm happy that people are here. I'm not mad about the success that it's getting. I'm not trying to be one of those people who's like, I was here before, but I am, and I was. And I think that they would ride for that. I certainly do. I ride for saying when you were there before everybody else. It's kind of like with Charlie, XCX. It's kind of like, currently I feel this about Slater. Crank it! I encourage everybody to listen to Crank It. And yeah, like, it's okay to be ahead of the curve, and it's also okay to say that you were ahead of the curve. Maybe don't lie about it. If you weren't, then don't. But maybe that's what I'm going to be doing this winter, is like knowing, like, being okay with the fact that I was and am ahead of the curve sometimes. And sometimes that involves like being misunderstood. Whew. I am very randomly, but not randomly, in the... Maybe I shouldn't say that. I am in the gym bathroom because I wanted to find a white wall, and I just finished working out, as you might have seen. I might have a clip or two in the video. Moving on from that, this week at work, it's a little bit stressy because me and my coworker kind of split duties, and she's gone this week on vacation, having herself a little solo vacation moment. How rude of her. Leaving me with all the duties. Love that for her, hate it for me. Anyway, long story short, today was stressy. The week is just gonna kind of be a little bit stressy. One thing I do know is that I'm strong, capable, unique, intrinsically myself, and that's gonna get me through this week. And I'm excited because I'm gonna catch up with a couple of my friends tonight. It's just been hard. Like, I don't think anybody really talks about how hard it is to keep in that constant communication with people who are no longer down the street or even in the same state. And so I want to FaceTime my girlies tonight, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cook too. And then I'm just gonna chill out. I feel like every video, whether it's on my TikTok or here, I'm like, I'm gonna chill out. But I can't help it. It's who I am. It's in me. I fucking forgot that it's literally pitch black outside. Forgot that the time changed, so I went into the gym, bright and sunny day, came out, and it's literally midnight, so that's kind of like a mood killer. But like I said earlier, accepting the pain. I need everybody to just understand me for a second. Listen to Demi Lovato's new album. I actually don't care, like, whatever. Before I Knew You, very good song. Frequency, very good song. Everything's so good. Like, I just think she's talented, and she can kind of kill any genre. I lied hard about cooking because I walked by a taco place that's really close to our apartment. Had to get, it's been so long and I love their tacos. But I talked to one of my really good friends from Alabama, Mollie, on the way back here. And they actually just had like a really, really, really bad tragedy happen. Their apartment burned down. And anyway, it's just like heartbreaking, and she's telling me kind of everything about it. And I don't know, I just want to send her all the love. I think I'm going to put her Venmo in the description. If you watch this and feel like you want to help, please do. I cannot imagine losing everything, like literally everything except the clothes off their back and their kittens. Like, at least the kitties are safe and that they're safe, but oh my God. Now I'm gonna eat my tacos, and then I'm gonna call one of my other amazing friends, Tiffany, because we need to catch up, we need to keep. I do love my hair, but sometimes it just looks like, okay, I had every intention of also doing laundry tonight, but my roommate just told me that the laundry in our building, the dryer, is OOC, out of commission. Womp, so that's annoying. And I'm not going to the laundromat. That's actually where he went, and I just don't want to go to the laundromat right now. That's like, let's talk about this. Like, part of living in New York, or just like a walkable city, like, the perks are that you're like conveniently located to most things, but you're inconveniently tasked every second of every day. Unless you have like so much money to spend on in-unit washer and dryer, included in your rent or whatever, but like I don't, so, you know. Just have it in building, but you know, when it's out, that's like, then you're kind of shit out of luck unless you want to go to the laundromat. And I don't. That is something that's so true, like, everything's a task. You gotta go to the grocery store, and you gotta walk there, and you gotta walk them back. One thing that I found that like helps with this is like either shortening the amount of time that you go to the grocery store, or like just being okay with like making grocery store an activity. Like, okay, like today I want to make, I don't know, some sort of soup, and I have this and this, but I want to go grab a couple more things for it. Like, that's like, I'm like explaining grocery shopping to people. That sounds stupid, but you get it. Like, make it an activity. Like, I'm gonna go to the grocery store for just a couple things. I don't have to do like a big bulk trip like I'm going to like Costco or Sam's Club or something. Y'all ever go to Sam's Club as like kids and go to the cafe? Like, I used to go to the cafe with my family all the time. Like, we loved going to Sam's because we could go to the cafe. And they had the best pizza, big as fuck, and then they also had the best soft pretzels. And it was like biscuit dough. Like, that was like developmental foodery. Developmental cuisine as like a young person in the South. I feel like they have Sam's Club everywhere though, am I right? Either way, like everybody, also it was cheap. Like, I just remember that. Like, I remember my parents liking it because it was cheap. Also, I keep trying to find like new places to film in my apartment, and I like it when I'm over by my window because like in the daylight it's pretty and like you can see my room and you know where I am. But like right now it's dark outside, like I've said, and so I'm kind of like shimmied over to my doorway because I want to give y'all a different background. Like, I feel like that's kind of cute, like atmospheric, but I'm very much sitting in the floor. And there's like a blessing in disguise to having these bright ass light bulbs in my lamp right now, because I can't put it on for anything other than seeing myself. Anyway, I think that's all for this video. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed. I hope you come back soon. Live in New York City. Don't forget to vote. Wait, by the time I post this, like, I hope you have voted, okay? I'm gonna say it. I endorse Mamdani. Not that anybody cares about my endorsement, but I believe in making New York a better place. And that's the candidate that I think is going to do it. That's all I've got to say. Have a great rest of your night. I love you. All right, that's it. Bye.